Live from the capital city, Gaborone, this is BTV News at 9 o'clock. I am Khomotso Mapani. Interpreting in sign language is Amantle Babili. Good evening and a very warm welcome to you. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi delivers 2023 State of the Nation Address. Crime prevention committees in some parts of Gaborone collaborate with police to fight crime. And in sports, Botswana Cricket Association partnership with the Indian High Commission to play a significant role in developing cricket. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi says government remains resolute to build a resilient export-led knowledge-based economy through private sector participation. Delivering the State of the Nation address this afternoon, President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi said the country experienced significant growth in the country's revenue base by 7.4 billion pula due to an increase in export earnings. Tlotlang Matlabapiri.
The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, delivered the State of the Nation address to reflect on his 5 years in office, review policies and programs developed to empower Botswana through the creation of value chain opportunities across all sectors for employment and improved service delivery, both in the public and private sector, as well as strengthening government structures in order to turn the country's fortunes around.
Expansion of value chains expected to contribute to the foreign exchange earnings and government budget, and in the process, enable us to provide public goods and services, including infrastructure development, health, education, water, and sanitation. The total export commodities are largely from the mineral sector, particularly diamonds, copper, nickel, and silver, all of which accounted for 92% of total exports contribution. That notwithstanding, the import bill still remains high and presents an opportunity to grow local industries. Foreign direct investment inflows in 2022-2023 were approximately 3.2 billion pula during the current financial year, while domestic investment and expansion stood at approximately 444 million pula.
Despite this commendable growth in various sectors, the economy is expected to slow down to 3.8% in 2023, which is attributed to the weak demand for rough diamonds.
I therefore call for more prudent resource mobilization and harnessing so that every tebe at our disposal takes us an extra mile. Growth in 2023 is expected to be driven by the non-mining sector, underpinned by various factors such as government interventions aimed at accelerating economic transformation and building economic resilience. The annual average rate of growth falls short of the 6% required to attain a high income status as espoused by the National Vision 2036. It is for this reason that we are intensifying our efforts to transform the economy, and sustainable economic development remains central to government's development agenda.
This year's State of the Nation address is delivered midway into the 2-year second Transitional National Development Plan, which has progressive inclusive reforms such as the Development Manager Model, which will be used for the effective implementation of the 143 projects across the country, with over 13 billion pula, mainly for development in rural areas.
These investments include electrification of villages, provision of clean water, roads, schools, hospitals, sanitation infrastructure, as well as revival of the agricultural sector, among others. Our approach continues to consolidate our agricultural developments while transforming rural areas by facilitating sectors such as tourism, manufacturing, retail, and other services.
President Masisi's address marks the opening of the first meeting of the 5th session of the 12th Parliament and will be the last one before the next general elections in October next year. Tlotlang Matlabapiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
Meanwhile, the president reiterated that government is committed to diversifying the country's tourism sector through, amongst others, hosting international events and functions.
Annual events such as the Tubaruba, Makadikadi Epic and many other festivals were initially established merely for entertainment purposes, and as they continue to grow, they have proven to be profitable as they attract multitudes of revelers, including international tourists. Government has identified the potential of economic growth in these events, and it is for this reason that it has committed itself in supporting their cause.
The most notable one is the Kasane Kazungula redevelopment, which will transform the Chobe area into a high-value tourism destination. We stand steadfast to facilitate a series of annual events to stimulate domestic and inbound travel as part of diversifying our tourism offering. These include, among others, Toyota Gazoo Desert Race, Makadikadi Epic, Tere Annual Cultural Festival, the Tubaruba Domboshaba Cultural Event, the Nama, the Kafela Kawa June Challenge, and the Kazungula Bridge Marathon. These events have begun attracting international audiences and participants. It is expected that over time, private business will assume full responsibility over these as part of enabling our private sector-led economy.
Botswana remains resolute in becoming a conference hub and exhibition destination, and to realize this dream, which will also contribute to the tourism growth, President Masisi, in his address, says a MICE strategy is underway, which will help to manage the hosting of events.
The development of a MICE strategy has been concluded and will guide the management of these events for optimal impact. Part of implementing the strategy will include the establishment of a MICE coordinating structure, which will facilitate and coordinate all MICE-related activities in the country. I now take this opportunity to implore Botswana and the tourism industry to take ownership of this strategy that will help us improve our public and private facilities, including refinement of standards and our hosting skills.
The president appealed to Botswana to embrace the Mindset Initiative and tap on the business opportunities that will be presented by the MICE strategy.
As we continue analysis of this year's State of the Nation address, the president highlighted that government will increasingly engage the youth as drivers of the digitalization agenda.
A total of 170 online services are said to have been developed by the young people, with many more planned for the next financial year. The online services anticipated to enhance the local service delivery will operate through self-registration in different government service centers. These are also hoped to improve different sectors, including, among others, the health sector, through the electronic medical systems, education, and agriculture through the use of smart agri-technologies.
Citizens will be able to apply online for national identification cards, Umang, passports, social benefit grants, driver's licenses, livestock sales clearance, motor vehicle clearance, application for firearms, and vehicle registration, among others. 15 citizen-owned companies belonging to the youth at a total value of 60 million pula in 2022, 100 million pula in 2023, and expecting yet another 100 million pula in 2024 have been contracted for the development of e-services, and this has created high-tech, high-earning jobs.
The government's agenda also aims at investing on primary education through the use of technology.
C, the development of education management information system with 8 modules to be delivered in phases, with the learning management module for online teaching and learning expected to be operational by mid-2024. D, the remaining modules, which are expected to facilitate interface between parents, schools, and education authorities, will be developed during the 2024-2025 financial year.
Entrepreneurial advancements through the Youth Fund is said to have played a pivotal role in the youth empowerment and employment creation.
the fund has disbursed 1,100,000,000 pula, and in the process of creating about 22,820 jobs. However, the repayment of loans is low. For the sustainability of the fund, as well as for equity, I urge recipients of loans to timely repay their loans, as this is a revolving fund.
Young people are implored to utilize opportunities like Forbes Under 30, which Botswana will host again in 2024 to help improve their livelihoods and also for economic development in the country. Geletlelezwe Somulekai, BTV News, Gaborone.
Government's intervention to grow the horticultural sector and ensure national food security is said to be bearing fruit, as there has been a 71% reduction in the country's fresh produce import bill. This was revealed by President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi during the State of the Nation address. Monica Sotwaila.
Even though for many years Botswana have been known for their reliance on agriculture, the country has for long been struggling with a high import bill for fresh produce such as vegetables and fruits. In 2021, government imposed a ban on importation of certain vegetables and fruits from neighboring countries in order to reduce the country's dependency on other countries.
The intervention has resulted in the decline of the fresh produce import bill from 634 million pula in 2018 to 182 million pula in 2023. This has reduced the import bill by 452 million pula, which is 71% reduction. As part of developing value chains, government will facilitate the establishment of a horticulture market in collaboration with the private sector. The horticulture market will begin operations by April 2024.
As a special economic zone, Pandamatenga was established as a strategic economic area to increase production and ensure national food security.
Government is making strides towards improving the local production of milk and beef through alternative breeding systems such as artificial insemination. In this regard, government will continue to rehabilitate the existing artificial insemination centers across the country. It will also increase them by 6 new ones, and this will be done by September 2024. Government has taken the decision to extend the live export dispensation by 12 months from December 2023 to end December 2024.
The president further said other new artificial insemination centers will be established countrywide in a quest to improve the country's beef production and increase cattle population.
I am pleased to inform this August House that the construction of 12 grain storage silos in Pandamatenga will be completed soon and will bring the total silo grain storage capacity to 90,000 metric tons from 30,000 metric tons. This will raise the capacity for strategic grain reserves and enhance national food security.
Agriculture is one of the sectors prioritized by government in the National Transformation Strategy in order to achieve prosperity for all by 2036. Monica Sotwaila, BTV News, Gaborone.
President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi says the Botswana Citizen Economic Empowerment Program, CEEP, has created a significant number of jobs for Botswana along the mining value chain. The president said this was a clear indication that the mining sector is a crucial partner with government in its efforts to empower citizens.
The Botswana Citizen Economic Empowerment Program, which was established in the year 2019 through a blend of initiatives such as localization of contracts, creation of citizen opportunities in the mining ecosystem, among others, to ensure that Botswana are fully benefiting from the sector. Currently, part of this goal has been achieved as more than 11,000 beneficiaries have benefited from the program.
Since the inception of the Botswana Citizen Economic Empowerment Program in 2019, a total of 11,233 direct and value chain jobs have been created. So far, 17 billion pula against a target of 20 billion pula by the end of 2024 have been spent on fuel, lubricants, drilling, crushing, repairs, and maintenance of equipment by Botswana.
Part of this program is to impart locals with necessary skills needed in this sector as an effort to prioritize Botswana and put them at the forefront to be the main drivers of the mining sector.
The other positive spin-off is that Botswana will no longer import PVC pipes as Flowtech in Ramotswa will be producing them. We will no longer import fluorescent as plant will be set up in Jwaneng and Orapa. Tire pyrolysis factory will be set up in Jwaneng. The two projects will create 2,400 jobs at inception. 64% of the Botswana suppliers are citizens.
Over the years, Botswana has been experiencing a notable growth and development in the mining sector, something which he said continues to assist in creating more jobs for Botswana.
Khomeqhawe Copper Mine, which is commissioned at Busetu in June 2021, reached full capacity and production in December 2022. Mr. Speaker, there is a budding, albeit huge, coal mining project in the Mamabule area comprising Jindal and Mokani coal mine. The companies are expected to produce 4.7 metric tons and 2 metric tons of coal per annum, as well as electricity, respectively. These are modularized and scalable, even for possible export.
He further said in the past 2 years there was a huge increase of local diamond cutting and polishing companies from 23 to 46, adding that it has increased employment in the sector by 93%. Khobulesi Mang, Boitshwarelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
Botswana Stock Exchange Chief Executive Officer Mr. Thapelo Tsaule says shared commitment to the well-being of vulnerable children is a moral obligation for each and every organization. He said this at the Masiela Trust Fund Gala Dinner, which was held in Gaborone recently, emphasizing that organizations cannot operate in isolation. Therefore, it is imperative that they take part in issues of corporate social responsibility. Patami Malabe.
The Botswana Stock Exchange has reiterated its commitment to ensuring that various stakeholders take part in giving back to the community and has therefore put in place different programs which ensures that they have access to investment opportunities that are beneficial in their growth, hence promoting corporate social responsibility.
As organizations, we don't operate in isolation. We are an integral part of the communities we serve, and our success is related with the well-being of those communities. Our local communities provide us with the human capital and the consumer base that sustains our operations. When we invest in the welfare of children, we are investing in the future of our nation. These children are the future workforce, entrepreneurs, and leaders.
A special announcement was made through the launch of the Bonambana Half Marathon, spearheaded by Golden Door Sports Agency, with the aim of raising funds for Masiela Trust Fund.
Now this year, we decided to physically take part in Masiela Annual Walk, where we noticed and realized that as an agency, we have to do something about what we observed during the walk. And then we decided, because we are an international agency that also organizes sports activities, can we do something to give back to Masiela? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the new baby in the family, termed Bonambana Half Marathon. and that will take place on 7th July 2024. And we shall ensure that it is a success.
The Masiela Trust Fund continues to make strides in ensuring that children from vulnerable families are not left out and allowing them to have equal access to opportunities and ensuring that their children's rights are not violated.
Crime prevention committees in Phase 4, Gaborone West, Block 5 and Phase 2 in collaboration with Gaborone West Police have embarked on a campaign to fight crime. This follows the national launch of the 60 Days of Action Against Crime and Road Safety campaign. Gaborone West Police Station Commander Superintendent Knight Mulusiwa says these efforts will go a long way in preventing crime, especially during the festive season. Komiso Mapanyani.
Residents of some areas in Gaborone have to sleep with one eye open due to criminal activities ranging from telecommunications and electrical cable theft, stealing from a person amongst others, which keep the men and women in police uniform on their toes. However, the police promise they are working tirelessly to nip this problem in the bud.
Phase 2. Phase 2 ke le heloleng le letleng la amege ka dikgang tse dintseng jalo mme hala jalo rena le dikgang tse dingwe hale le hale mo batho ba neng ba tlhaselo ga gong ba le mo malwapeng mme re etse seemo tlhoko gore dio tse ora di emisa ka ponyo ya leitlho nakong yone re le mo go yone jaaka ne ke bua ka lenaneo la rona la 60 Days of Action on Crime and Road Safety. Ke nako e re itemogetseng re le ba sepodisi gore nako e ha re gogela ko malatsing a boitapoloso a botsalo ja morena kampo Christmas le New Year re itemogela bogodu jo bo go godimo thata jo e leng gore di re kutlho di dule letsholo di tswa letsholo la gore le tsone di batle madi gore di go tshwana le mongwe ka Christmas le ngwaga o mošwa ke sone se re lekang gore re itepatepanye le sone seemo se o raitso.
Cluster policing proves to still be a winning formula. Such committees working around the clock to ensure tight security and peace and tranquility, especially over the festive period.
Re ikopanyetsa gore kana bana ba le bona ba le nteng le mo gore ba ikopanya ka dikitso tse di harologaneng tsa bana tse bana natso le matlhala a bana nna le rona re itse re tshotso ya gore re ikgobokanye re ikopanye re le di-stakeholdera rotlhe re lwantshe borukutlhi re le community le bagwebi le bana le seabe botlhe re tlhomamisa gore lwantsha borukutlhi jo ka mogopolo le mongwe hela raitso mme re romile molomo wa tlase jaaka gore bona re le ha re sa robala re hopile tedu re gamaditse storopo molaetso nka ba isang go bone go gore borra ha ile gore ha lo lente lo ntebeletse lo ntheditse a re dumalaneng jaanong gore borukutlhi jo ga bo tla tlhola bo lubusetsa go ntla gore bo lubusetse tse di botlhoko tse di busula tsa gore lo helele go kgolegelo.
Another major concern in the capital is the issue of unlicensed drivers as well as those who drive under the influence of alcohol. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News, Gaborone.
Member of Parliament for Maung West, Mr. Dumelan Saleshando, has raised concerns about the rising number of child-headed homes in the Ngamiland district. Mr. Saleshando said this when addressing Khotla meetings in his constituency, adding that the absence of parents in homes is detrimental to the future of children. Anthony Tobogang.
Member of Parliament for Maung West, Mr. Saleshando, who's also leader of the Botswana Congress Party, says that children-headed homes are growing due to work commitment by parents, more especially those who work at the campsites in the Okavango Delta. He added that these circumstances lead to children having poor performance at school, indulging in drug abuse, and some end up becoming criminals due to the lack of active parent leadership.
Khalema ya ka mogolo ka khalema so le se se ra gore bana ba le bantsi ba tsile go hella ba tsene mo ditageng bana ba le bantsi ba tsile go helela na le palo e go godimo ya bana ba ba togelang sekwele ka bonnye mme ke na le pelelo gore ba malapa a eteletsweng pele ke bana ke lengwe la mabaka a matona e re ntse re bua ka go aga dikwele tse dišwa go ba tue sekwele sengwe se se kagiwang e le sa primary mme se na le boarding mo teng se na le di-hostel tse bana motsadi a ka tang go kopela ngwana gore nna ke berekela ko sekgweng mme ke na le ngwana keo o tshwanetse go simolola standard 1 ke kopa a tsene mo sekweleng se a kgone go nna le boroko gonne le ba hiriwang batsadi e nne bone batsadi ba ngwanao e se gore motsadi o ithola o ikarabela e le mabaka a ra bonang a le teng mo kgaolong ya rona.
Residents also expressed concerns over the rising number of criminal activities, especially stock theft, emphasizing that it has caused a lot of suffering to the community who rely on farming to make a living.
B-Mobile is with the massacre, maybe B-Mobile in a so hela in a copanele little ruti, Banavaro Nala on Mokaul, Libabon was already howling the Bau Pudize Massacre, about to Marona Hale Sepe, the Pudiba Hedize, to Homova Taba with Solomon.
Mama Penny Mobur could you take a job with Tete? The Jama Canso. My Lord Total Hakil was setting an ajana, Hakuna Kanka Dirakate. How said you put an Uru Ba Mokurane and to her? Lohodile Talakamapu Hela Molur Total Cascu to escape. The house are the Hoka Kukuru Ba Mokurane and to Lohodile Talakamakuela Molur Cascu to escape.
Haraka reserve mantwa LA 2 le 1 re kopa le bo re kgaga kwa ka gore sekolo sone se se tshwere boronyane ye le New Town e be le mau re kopa VDC ya boronyane se die winela le New Town e bo go reserve wa one mantwa LA 2 le 1 ra reserve la ma teacher a rona gone.
Honorable Salishando took this opportunity to advise residents to register and vote, as this is their constitutional right and their voice to change they need. Anthony Tobrang, BTV News, Maung.
Residents of Samidupi in the Ngamiland district have raised concerns over challenges they face, particularly human wildlife and water shortages. These concerns were raised in a Khotla meeting addressed by a Member of Parliament for Maung East, Mr. Horetitseke Khonegile, at their village recently. Anthony Tlomorang.
Samidupi village in Ngamiland district is currently plagued with challenges, among them human-wildlife conflict, especially elephants roaming the village, shortage of potable water, and delays in allocation of residential plots. Member of Parliament for Maung East, Mr. Horetitseke Khonegile, reassured residents that the government is effortlessly working towards finding sustainable solutions to better tackle these predicaments.
Nkile na epelwa Sidiba se se pa ka madi a mapalamente mme ka o thoka lesego Sidiba sa temetse a nna le tswai kona jojo e bona la a le tswai a re kgone gwana a no a ke le ruoela puso ya bo e bona go le matshwane di gore e re tshelle metsi mo jojo ya 10,000 engwe ya bobedi e hale million 10,000 to ka re ya go selemo ga e re lekane ka gore ga eno ke rona ela re eno le ba ba mitse mabana
ke re o ye kwa IC Parliament wa rona re kopele gore ba to re thomela tante mabaka ke gore ha rena mantu mo VDC ya rona e tare bana ba le ba kwadisa e ba nna mo gone pula ena hape ke ipuela yana ke buela le bana ja ka nna gore re tere bone tiro ka ha re bereke
me re utule yone ya metsi mo go siame mo go motho ke gore pipe e tekwano le khone gore le ka nwa metsi that is the cheapest solution monto gora gore re ta e kopanela le bone ba utilities go bona gore ba ka re branchetsa go tswa hakae.
Moreover, residents were apprised in the new Temoletlotlo program, through which government aspires to advance and strengthen crop production in the country.
150,000. 50% wa teng le government o bela 50% wena o le molemo tuela 50%. Ile 75,000. Jano thalo ke se so gore o kgona go ituela 50% yo ka go itemela mapao a bo dira cutline go dikologa tshimo ke bona ta bontshitse seabe sa gago mo lenaneo le go na le dithuso tsa diloni gore o le molemi o kgona go ikopela lone go a go dira seo ka batla go se dira go tshimo o lebeletse gore wa go lema botona bo le kae NDB yone a beetsenya madi ko akhaonte ya gago mme lone e o e duela mo ngwaga ono kana ke seasonal loan ga se o tla re ke ta go tsaya dingwaga ke e duela
temo ya rona go simolola kgwedi yone go ya ko pele e tlabe e dirwa ka lenaneo le bidiwa temo le toto mme mo lenaneo le go na le gone gore balemi ba ka ikgobokana bobedi kana go heta ba lema sekidi se e leng gore ba tlabe ba se lema ba hiwa dithuso tse di harologanyeng balemi ba bothe ka bone mongwe le mongwe o na le dithuso tsa gagwe tse di harologaneng ka selo se e leng gore o ka se kgona.
Mr. Kekgonegile restored hope in residents by reassuring them that he will refer their complaints to relevant ministry and organizations to efficiently manage them. Anthony Toborang, BTV News, Samidupi.
A classroom block at Khapamadi Primary School in Khanzi was destroyed by heavy winds this past Friday, a week after the Standard 7 pupils completed their exams. Council authorities have promised to work around the clock to ensure that the classroom is repaired and ready for the new school year. Leseho Mukwaisi.
Khapamadi Primary School, situated in Khanzi Township, has always experienced a shortage of classrooms due to a prescription resulting in double shifting of certain grades. With Standard 7 completing their exams, double shifting was shelved. However, this distraction caused by heavy winds has proven to be a setback. Shortage of classrooms now rearing its head once again. However, officials from Khanzi District Council said they will work around the clock to ensure the classrooms are fixed so as to accommodate students.
Me tumelo ame ko goreng go na le phego e ne re utlwa ka re go na le phegonyana e ne diragala bosigo go ne nako ntse bula dintse dina ke yone dumelang gore go ke yone dileng gore go tlo go na le tshenyego e kana ke gone dikoloni di tswalo ne re solohetse bana ba ntse ba tsena go di kontle ne re solohetse go di classroom tsone tse ke tsone tse di ka tsenyang bana ba ntse ba tsena kontle ba tsena mo sekolong mme mo gompieno yana bana ba setse ba khotlagana mo ditlaseng ba ga rena ba council ba billo sene ba le hapakela go ta go assessa re go diragetseng. What we can only do for now ke go leka go phutha magaragashane a wetseng hatse and then ba dira assessment report e ta swana go re be rumelwa go insurance ka potlako gore ba te go assessa ba ka re nela madi a go maintainer se mo se ha go gore yanong se bakile tshenyo e a mileng ha bana ba tsenang teng mo go rang gore hela ka go lesego go diragetse bosigo bana ba seo but go be helong gore a gore go temone go le ha mo di classing move to the class tse leng gore ne diriswa ke ma 7 for now while re emetse go bakanya seemo se.
Primary School Deputy School Head said after the Standard 7 completed their exams, they stopped the double shift, but this now means they will go back to shifting.
Ra megile thata cause re na le shortage of classes mo sekolong sa rona. So ne re beile mo goreng ka gore ma 7 a tswetse ne re dirisa di class tsa bone. Jaanong gompieno go diragetsa ka go diragetse yana. Gora gore yaanong ke back to square one. Cause di class tse leng gore yaanong ne re rile re bone accommodation. Jaanong gora gore yaanong se mo kese mo gorang gore yaanong still re na le shortage of classes. Tse leng gore ha re bua yana tota re shota ka 2 blocks ya di flat. Yaanong ha block jo mongwe bo amegile. Gora gore the 4 classes tsene di tsena ka kwano re tshwantse gore ano re di batela ha di ba ntho go teng.
Hopefully authorities will work around the clock to ensure that classrooms are maintained before the start of the school calendar next year. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Khanzi.
The imaginary constituency member of parliament, Mr. Molebatsi, has affirmed the importance of supporting youth to be successful entrepreneurs as Botswana strives for an inclusive, knowledge-based economy spearheaded by its citizens. Mr. Molebatsi said this during an entrepreneurship workshop in Tokwe. Karabo Mulusi.
The youth in Tokwe attended the Entrepreneurship Development Workshop in good numbers, demonstrating their determination to utilize government programs to become established entrepreneurs.
So, energy, we have to work for money. Gather information. The more you gather information, is the more you increase faith in you. The more the knowledge, the more faith. The more we get in Roma.
Bring out a mindset change to promote a culture of entrepreneurship, as well as to facilitate business development. By doing so, you will not only be able to create employment for yourself, but employment opportunities for others.
Participating on this workshop was beneficial to acquire information and inspiration in order to make impactful decisions that will improve their lives and enable them to contribute meaningfully in the development of the country.
Re itebagantse le banana ba ileng gore ke ba ba shwa mo dikgobong o tle bo simolla ra go tsaya ra go rutuntsha re dira di workshop tse leng gore di go nela tsotlhe tse o di tlhokang gore o ka simolla business le rutahela gore o testa yang gore business idea ya gago mme ke yone
molaono wa 2019 ona le mo go teng ke affirmative action ye letelang gore go ne le mo go teng ke allocation of land under special dispensation me ile ba gantse le ba re ka reng ke disadvantaged groups kana vulnerable groups me group yone e tsentse bo mme mo teng e tsentse bana le bogole mo teng e be e tsenya le banana mo teng.
The participants were able to appreciate the existing innovative businesses and funding opportunities and how they can utilize the smart boards public Wi-Fi connectivity to pursue sustainable businesses.
Ke batla go leboga mo parlamente yo e rileng re ntsha mokgosi wa gore re kgakala itamelo ha re khone go lata ditamelo di a tumetsa ba di a tumetsa ke itumetse thata ke ntse ke na le di business idea hela tse dintsi ya no ke sa itse gore nka dira yang ka tsone kana nka dira kopa thuso ka gore ke tswelele ke go pele
ke ithutile go lo go ntsi e bile ke akanya gore business plan ene ke na lone ya go dira bakery ke setse ke itse gore ha ka go tswaha ka go leba makalana a ka nthusang gore business ya me e heletse e godile e ategile e kgone go tisa ditirelo mo bananeng ba bangwe ya kana.
In overall, the young people have been advised to tap on their inner strength and step out of their comfort zone to pursue their dreams. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Tokwe.
Botswana security forces will now have access to freely patrol the Limpopo River border. Previously, they had to obtain permits from commercial farmers in the region in order to do river patrols. This was said by Dr. Kesitegi Lehobotswang, the Member of Parliament for Sefarera Mokonami, during a Khotla meeting in Mukobeng. Mamusi Siska.
For 100 years, Botswana has faced difficulties in accessing the Limpopo River, a vital natural resource for revitalizing agriculture and boosting tourism. The river has remained inaccessible to the people of Bobonong, Sefarera Mokonami, and to some extent Mahalape East. After endless deliberations, the Botswana government is stepping in to take action.
Passage ya gore go patrole motho matsholo a rena itshireletso ba patrole bodara e motho ka re kgantsa rona ne le pedi ka no kae santa ke yone kganya itsholelo sa bobedi ke kganya itshireletso ke yone kgantse ne re di bua rona jaanong mo ka re go lebega o ka re goromente wa go simolola ka gore a ba re heng pisikidi se e le gore
The constituency's economy, dependent on agriculture, has prompted concerns among the residents about the current year's farming season.
mme ga ke re ke le ba mo mokobeng go lema batho ba le 5 ka gore bana bontsi ba lema masimo a batsadi mme batsadi ba thokofetse ba sa ba akanyetsa ditankana mme ra go ka kwa o lema o sena setankana
go na le more than 1,000 hectares mme se ke se itseng ke gore production ya tsone line yone ha e go tswa is less than 10 bags re rantsho yaanong lona batho ba mokobeng ke kopa le leme mme le tlhokomele masimo a lona
jaanong yo kana kwa rona o tswa ga maunatara le nna thapelo ame ke gore ba a ngwa phata ya ka bulega re tse bangwe ba bone le ena le mo teng jaanong ke supe jaana gore re male o buile mafoko botsadi gore tala e ntsi a re bolole.
Meanwhile, residents have been encouraged to take advantage of the upcoming agricultural scheme, Temo Letlotlo, which is aimed at supporting the imminent farming season. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Mukobeng.
Tato Kosimori is standing by to give us the latest in sports. TT.
Hello, Komuso. Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Please proceed, sir. It's been a week. I mean, it's actually been a day full of a lot of things that we could have easily picked from the State of the Nation address. I don't know for you, from a sports perspective, what you picked up, but we'll talk about it offline.
Okay, thank you. This is Botswana Tonight sports segment. I am Tato Kosimura. Thank you for joining us. Let's jump straight into our top story tonight. The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, and Parliament took a moment to give local sprint sensation Litsile Tebogo a standing ovation for his impressive performance this season. Litsile, who received the Medal of Presidential Order of Meritorious Service Award at the National Independence Awards, put the country on the map at the World Athletic Championships after winning silver in the 100 meters and bronze medal in the 200 meters in Budapest, Hungary. His performance ushered him into the history books as the first African to win 2 medals at the premier sprinting events in the same competition. The president also took time to honor athletes who have done well to raise the country's flag high on the international stage.
Botswana has become a formidable participant in the sport on the global stage. This is mainly due to the commitment of our fellow citizens who have proven to be among the best in the world. I am exceedingly proud of all the teams which participated at the 2023 World Athletics Championships and immensely grateful to our global superstar in athletics, Litsile Tebogo. Stand up so that all Botswana in this house and at home may honor you with a standing ovation. Thank you. Schoolboy is Botswana's sensation and currently holds the 200-meter African record and is the first African to win a silver medal in 100 meters at the World Championships and a 200-meter bronze medal at the 2023 World Athletics Championships. We are where the world's best athletes are, medal podiums. Botswana bethu, let us continue to celebrate our brand ambassadors, Amantle Montsho, Isaac Makwala, Nigel Amos, Dumisang Oribonyi, and Ross Branch, who in their own right have raised Botswana's flag in the sporting world and made sport in Botswana interesting and attractive, especially among youth.
Still at the national address, President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi further highlighted government efforts in building crucial infrastructure to aid in the development of the sport in the country.
Sport and recreation. The completion of ongoing 10 community stadia will significantly contribute to grassroots sport development and formation of sport academias at community level.
Botswana Cricket Association Vice Chairperson Sumod Damoda says their partnership with the Indian High Commission will play a significant role in developing cricket in the country. He says the association is embarking on a new journey with the invaluable support and efforts of the Indian High Commission to Botswana, which has laid the foundation for strong cricketing ties with the Karnataka State Cricket Association in India. Khomzo Sefako reports.
Botswana Cricket Association is embarking on a new journey with the invaluable support and effort of the Indian High Commissioner to Botswana, which has laid the foundation for strong ties with the Karnataka State Cricket Association in India. KSCA, which is a prominent state association under the auspices of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, proposes to utilize cricket as a vehicle to leverage and build upon partnership with the Botswana Cricket Association to complement India's endeavors towards consolidating bilateral relations with the Republic of Botswana.
It's a very interesting and a very valuable relationship that we are building thanks to the Indian High Commission and through the High Commissioner himself. Thanks to his efforts, we managed to get an invitation for us to have a long-term relationship with them. It just so happened that the timing was perfect because our women just qualified in the Division 2 that we hosted here in Botswana, and they are likely to go for the tournament for the Division 1 Africa qualifiers in Uganda in December. So this is not a short-term relationship. This is the beginning of a long-term relationship. It all depends on us now, how we grab it with both hands and how we show them our commitment and seriousness in this relationship.
In this relationship, KSCA will provide in-class learning, practical coaching sessions with their level 3 and 2 coaching for batting, bowling, wicket keeping, fielding and video analysis of players over and above the scheduled matches.
The mere fact that it came from them, the interest, the support, the willingness, that I don't think you can value it in terms of money. The foundation is being laid for a long-term relationship, as I said earlier. And at the end of the day, we as Botswana Cricket Association can only be proud that we have an association with somebody like KSCA. KSCA is the state in the southern part of India from where the legends like the current legends who people would know are Rahul Dravid and Anil Kumble, for example. But previous and prior to that also there were people like Brijesh Patel, Gundappa Vishwanath and quite a few more. And there are current players from that state who play in the Indian women's team as well. And you know, it's a solid foundation. More than that, also the Thailand Cricket Association or Cricket Thailand started their journey with their women's cricket with the same association. Today they are ranked number 10 in the world. So I think our women have got a lot of opportunity here.
As part of the partnership, KSCA has already begun Part A of the program by sending women's national cricket team on tour to India, where they will be training until next month. This will be followed by a grassroots level boys coaching clinic from January to March before KSCA assists BCA with structuring cricket league matches and follow up in 2024. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
That's it from Botswana Tonight Sports segment. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the evening. Back to you, Khomzo.
Thank you so much, TT. A deserving standing ovation there for Litsile Tebogo.
Yeah, he's done a lot and he's still continue to do more for Botswana.
Thank you so much. Until we meet again tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic evening, sir.
Thank you. Same to you, Khomzo.
Thank you so much. That was Tato Khosimure giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi delivers 2023 State of the Nation address. Crime prevention committees in some parts of Gaborone collaborate with police to fight crime. And in sports, Botswana Cricket Association partnership with the Indian High Commission to play a significant role in developing cricket. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Ikanye Rona. Up next is the weather update.